Hello everyone, welcome to the second video or second session of the topic sequence of functions. In this video, we are discussing on the properties of the uniform convergence of the sequence of functions. In the first video, we had discussed about the definition of sequence of functions, pointwise convergence of sequence of functions, uniform convergence of sequence of functions, and some related examples. Continuing the first video, in this video we are discussing some properties of the sequence of functions. That is properties related to the continuity, properties related to the differentiability, properties related to the boundedness, properties related to the Riemann integrable. That is all these properties are preserved under uniform convergence or not. So these 2 points, that is some theorems, and after that some examples will be discussed in this lecture. So what is the theorem? Let D be a subset of R and a sequence of function fn of x be uniformly convergent on D to a function f. Let x0 belongs to D dash. What is D dash? The derived set of D. And limit x tends to 0, fn of x is equal to n. That is, what are the sufficient conditions? We have to first fn of x be the sequence of functions which is uniformly converges to f, and we have the limit x tends to 0, fn of x is equal to an. That is the sequence an. Then under this condition, under these conditions, the sequence an is convergent sequence and converges to this value, converges to limit x tends to 0, f of x. What is this? Limit of the limit function. Limit x tends to 0, f of x is what? Limit of the limit function, or limit as x tends to 0 of the limit function f of x, limit of the function f of x. So how to use this theorem? Actually, this theorem is used to disprove the uniform convergence. That is if one of these condition fails to satisfy, it means that the convergence is not uniform. So that is example. Let fn of x is equal to x to the power n. That is, we had discussed in the last lecture, last video. We know that the pointwise limit is f of x if x lies between 0 and 1, and is 1 if x is equal to 1. Now let us evaluate this limit an. An is what? Limit x tends to 0, fn of x. Now choose x0 as 1, because we know that every point is limit point of this interval 0 1, closed interval 0 1. So 1 is the limit of this closed interval 0 1. Now an is equal to limit x tends to 1, fn of x. Limit x tends to 1, fn of x. But what is fn of x? Fn of x is x to the power n. So an is equal to 1 for all n. This is the constant sequence. And what we get? Limit as n tends to infinity an. Limit n tends to infinity, an is equal to what? 1, non-zero. But limit x tends to 0, f of x. What is f of x? F of x is 0 if x lies between 0 and 1. Obviously, f of x is equal to 1 if x equal to 1. But limit as x tends to 1, f of x is what? 0. So 0 is not equal to 1. Hence, limit x tends to 1, fn of x is not equal to, limit x tends to 1, here not fn of x, it is f of x. Limit x tends to 1, f of x is not equal to limit n tends to infinity, and hence the sequence of functions is not uniformly convergent. Okay. So next theorem about the continuity, that is, if fn is the sequence of functions defined on the interval I, and I may be finite, infinite, bounded, unbounded. Fn of x be the uniformly convergent on I to a function f, and fn is continuous at C. Fn is continuous at C for each n. Fn is continuous at, then f is continuous also. F is continuous at C. That is, if fn is the sequence of continuous functions converges to f, then f is also continuous. How will we prove? We have given then f is continuous, fn of x is continuous at C. That is, limiting value of fn of x at C is equal to direct value fn of C for all n. Since the sequence fn of x converges on I to a function f of x, so it also converges for x equal to C. So fn of C converges to f of C for each C belongs to I. This implies that limit n tends to infinity, fn of C is equal to what? F of C. But in this theorem, limiting value of this limit function is direct value of this limit an. An is what? An is what? Limit x tends to 0 fn of c, fn of x. Here limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to what? Direct value at c, limit n tends to infinity fn of c, limit n tends to infinity fn of c. So limit of this limit function is equal to this term. So limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to what? Limit n tends to infinity fn of c. But by using this equation, second equation, limit n tends to infinity fn of c is equal to what? F of c. So limiting value is equal to what? Direct value. Hence the function f is continuous at c. Again, in order to use this theorem, suppose all these conditions get satisfied, that is f is continuous, fn converges to f on c, and f is not continuous, then we can say that the convergence is not uniform. In this example we can check. Here we have this function is not continuous, hence the convergence is not uniform. So these four statements will be used in the next examples or for any example in order to disprove the convergence uniform or not. Let fn of x be the sequence of functions defined on I converges to f of x uniformly. Then if fn of x is the sequence of bounded function, then f of x is also bounded function. Fn of x is the sequence of continuous function, then f of x is also continuous function. If fn of x is the sequence of differentiable functions, fn of x is the sequence of differentiable function and the derivative function, so the sequence of differentiable functions fn dash of x converges to f dash of x for at least one point, that is pointwise limit. Fn dash of x converges to f dash of x for at least one x, at least one point. Then f dash of x converges to f of x uniformly, converges uniformly. If fn of x is the sequence of Riemann integrable functions, then f of x is also a Riemann integrable function. Moreover, this condition gets satisfied, that is limit and integrations are interchangeable, or in other way we can say that sequence of these integrations limit n tends to infinity a to b fn of x converges to the integration of f of x. So we have this example. In this example we have the two sequence of functions fn and gn. Fn of x is equal to x to the power n upon 1 plus x. Gn of x is equal to x to the power n upon 1 plus nx for this interval 0 1 and for all n belongs to n. Now we have these four options. In order to discuss these four options, let us evaluate the pointwise limit of fn and gn. Now in order to evaluate pointwise limit fn, firstly evaluate limit as n tends to infinity fn of x is equal to limit n tends to infinity x to the power n upon 1 plus nx, 1 plus x. Now if x lies between 0 and 1, that is x is strictly less than 1 and x is greater than or equal to 0. Suppose x is equal to c, c to the power n upon 1 plus c. Limit as n tends to infinity, c to the power n is what? 0 upon 1 plus c, which is 0, because c to the power n tends to 0 as n tends to infinity if c is strictly less than 1 and greater than or equal to 0. Hence this is 0 if x lies between this and 0 and 1. But if x equal to 1, we get 1 upon 1 plus 1, that is 1 by 2. Here we get the pointwise limit is this. But for pointwise limit for gn of x is equal to what? 0. We can easily calculate. Here we get the pointwise limit of gn of x is this function, branch function, which is discontinuous, and the pointwise limit of gn of x is gx, which is totally a 0 function, constant function 0. Are the pointwise limit for the sequence of functions fn of x and gn of x. Since the sequence of function fn of x is equal to x to the power n upon 1 plus x is continuous on this closed interval 0 1, whereas the pointwise limit is not, because the pointwise limit is what? Pointwise limit is this branch function which is not continuous at x equal to 1. Hence this convergence is not uniform. Convergence is not, we are using the negation of the statement, that is p implies q, not q implies not p. That is, if this function is not continuous, implies that this convergence is not uniform. That is, fn of x does not converges to f of x uniformly. It converges pointwise but not uniformly. Converges uniform pointwise but not in. But for gn of x, in order to the convergence, in order to check the convergence of gn of x, Let us apply the Mn test. Why we are applying the Mn test? Here, Gn of x converges to this zero function, and zero function is bounded, continuous, Riemann integrable, differentiable. So, in order to check the uniform conversion, we have to use our powerful tool, that is the Mn test. Now, let us apply the Mn test, evaluate the supremum of this. And now, roughly, we can say that in order to evaluate the supremum of this x to the power n upon 1 plus nx over this interval, apply the maximum value here. So put the maximum value here and minimum value here. What is the minimum value? It is 0. What is the maximum value? It is 1. So 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 0, that is 1. So Mn is equal to 1, and limit as n tends to infinity, Mn is not equal to 0. Hence the convergence is not uniform. Hence the second, not second, third option. Hence the third option. Sorry. Okay, second option. Hence the second option is the correct option. What is the option? Neither Fn nor Gn converges uniformly. Neither Fn nor Gn converges uniformly. So next example, let Fn of x is equal to sine nx upon square root of n. So firstly, let us evaluate the pointwise limit. Pointwise limit is what? 0, because limit as n tends to infinity sine nx upon square root of n. This is the bounded value. It has value either 1 or minus 1 upon infinity. Some finite value upon infinity is 0. So pointwise limit is 0. Now in order to check the uniform convergence, let us evaluate the limit n tends to infinity Mn. Mn is what? Supremum of Fn of x minus f of x over this closed interval 0, 1. Fn of x is sine nx upon square root of n. But it has a maximum value 1. It has a maximum value 1. 1 upon square root of n here. 1 upon square root of n. 1 upon square root of n. Tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So limit n tends to infinity, Mn tends to 0. Hence the convergence is uniform. Now let us check the options. First option, Fn does not converges uniformly. Incorrect option. Now in order to check this option, as we know that the convergence is uniform, we know that limit and integrations are interchangeable. So minus 1 limit n tends to infinity minus 1 to 1 Fn of x is equal to, this limit get inside of this integration, minus 1 to 1 limit n tends to infinity Fn of x. But limit n tends to infinity Fn of x is equal to what? 0. And integration of 0 function is what? 0. Is that it? May I repeat? Is this convergence Fn of x converges to this 0 function uniformly. We know that in the uniform convergence, by using this property, limit and integrations are interchangeable. That is, limit get inside of this integration. So here, limit n tends to infinity minus 1 to 1 Fn of x dx is equal to minus 1 to 1 limit n tends to infinity Fn of x. But limit n tends to infinity Fn of x is equal to what? 0 function, and integration of 0 is 0. So this option is also incorrect option. Let us discuss about D. Fn of x is not uniformly continuous. Here not about convergence, it is about uniformly continuity. But we know that suppose put n is equal to 1, we get f1 of x is equal to what? Sin x upon x, sin x upon 1, which is again uniformly continuous on whole R. So it is uniformly continuous on R. Here asking about, here saying about not. So this option is also incorrect option. Fn dash of x does not converges uniformly on. So let us check this option C. For checking the C option, let us differentiate the sequence of function. Fn dash of x is equal to derivative of this is what? Square root of n into cos nx, and limit n tends to infinity, Fn dash of x is equal to limit n tends to infinity square root of n into cos nx. Now limit as n tends to infinity is equal to what? Plus minus infinity. Limit n tends to infinity, this is equal to what? Plus minus infinity. Plus minus infinity. That is, the pointwise limit of this sequence of function does not exist. Hence by default the uniform limit is also failed. That is, the convergence is not uniform. So this third option is also an incorrect option. Next example, this is totally depends on the theory. Fn of x is the sequence of real valued differentiable function defined on this interval, closed interval AB, such that Fn of x converges to f of x, and this f is some Riemann integrable function. f is some Riemann integrable function. The sequence fn, first statement is that the sequence fn of x converges to f of x uniformly. The sequence fn dash of x converges to here f dash of x uniformly. Third option, a to b fn of x dx converges to a to b f of x dx. Then which of the following is necessarily true? Which of the following is necessarily true? P1 implies P3. Yes, correct option. Because if fn of x converges to f of x, then the sequence of Riemann integrable function is also convergent. P1 implies P3. Correct option. P1 implies P2. Incorrect option, because fn of x converges to f of x uniformly. But in order to satisfy the differentiability, sequence of differentiable function converges, we have to one important condition that the pointwise limit is exist for at least one point. So this option does not correct. P2 implies P3. P2 implies P3. This is the sequence of what? Sequence of differentiable function. So integrate this, we get this integration a to b fn of x dx tends to a to b f of x dx. Can we say that option P2 implies P3? No, option does P2 does not implies P3. P2 does not implies P3 because this is what? Sequence of differentiable functions. So integration a to b, this is what? F dash of x dx, and this integration limit get cancelled. So there is no relation between this P2 and P3. What is option D? P3 implies P1. P3 implies P1. Can we say that P3 implies P1? Can we say that P3 implies P1? What is P3? It is integration a to b fn of x dx. And this is what? Derivative of this. So again we can say that P3 does not implies, P3 does not implies P1. So only which option is correct? P1 implies P3. P1 implies P3. Can we say that again? Let's check about P2 implies P3. This is what? Sequence of differentiable functions. Yes, there is no relation between P2 and P3. Next example, let fn of x is equal to sin nx for all x belongs to R, and gn of x is equal to fn of x upon n for all x belongs to R. Then fn of x and gn of x are uniformly convergent. So these are about the uniform convergence of fn and gn. So discussion for this is done with the help of the pointwise limit and uniform limit of the sequence of functions gn and fn. Now for fixed x not equal to 0, limit n tends to infinity, fn of x is not. So pointwise limit does not exist for this sequence of function fn. So by default uniform limit fails to exist. And this gn of x is what? Fn of x upon n. So let us apply the Mn test. Firstly, let us evaluate the pointwise limit of this sequence of function gn of x. This is what? Limit n tends to infinity, gn of x is equal to limit n tends to infinity, fn of x upon n. Limit n tends to infinity, fn of x is what? Sin nx upon n, which is 0. So let us apply the Mn test. We get directly Mn is equal to 1 by n, and limit n tends to infinity, Mn is equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n, which is 0. Hence by Mn test the sequence gn converges to uniformly. So which option is correct? Fn gn of x is uniformly convergence on R, but Fn is not. Gn of x is uniformly convergence on R, but Fn is not. Hence the option C is the correct option. So this is the sequence of function defined with the help of branch functions, branches of functions. For such type of examples, the last fourth property, that is Riemann integration property, is useful. So in order to check the uniform convergence, let us evaluate the pointwise limit. Now for each x belongs to closed interval 0, 1, by using the Archimedean property, there exists n naught belongs to capital N such that n naught is greater than 2 by x. That is 2 upon n naught is strictly less than x. 2 upon n naught is strictly less than x. Now for all n greater than equal to n naught, we have 1 upon n is less than equal to 2 upon n naught. But 2 upon n naught is less than x, and x is what? Lies between this and that is x is less than equal to 1. That is for all n greater than equal to n naught, fn of x is equal to what? 0. Fn of x is equal to what? 0. Because fn of x is what? We have these values. Fn of x has these values, and 1 upon n is less than equal to 2 upon n naught, which is less than x is less than equal to. So as n tends to infinity, this 1 upon n tends to 0. So x will be lies between 0 and 1. So as we increase the value of n, this interval will be get bigger and bigger. So as n tends to infinity, this tends to 0. So this interval becomes 0 and 1. So limit n tends to infinity, fn of x is 0. So you can also validate this by putting values of n, that is suppose n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4. We get this third interval will be bigger and bigger at every stage. For n is equal to 1, this is 2 to 1, x lies between 2 and 1. For x, n is equal to suppose 3, this is 2 by 3, 2 by 4, 2 by 5, 2 by 6. So this value will be smaller and smaller. So this interval will be bigger and bigger. So limit as n tends to infinity, fn of x is equal to what? 0. Thus f is defined from 0 to closed interval 0 to r by f of x is the pointwise limit of this sequence of function. Now in order to check the uniform convergence, let us apply the Riemann integral property. So in order to apply the what is the Riemann integral property? Yes, this is the Riemann integral property. It is what? Limit and integrations are interchangeable. Simply firstly calculate the limit, then calculate this limit. If these both are equal, then we say that, or rather, if these two are not equal, then we say that the convergence is not Riemann integrable. So generally, whenever we have this type of sequence defined with the help of branch functions, apply the Riemann integral property. Now 0 to 1 f of x dx. So limit of this function f of x is integration of this function f of x is what? 0. Now further 0 to 1 fn of x dx is equal to what? 0. 0 to 1 by n fn of x dx, 1 by n to 2 by n fn of x dx, 2 by n to 1 fn of x dx. So in this interval the function fn of x has the value nx. In this interval the function fn of x is value minus n square x plus 2n, and this interval function has value 0. So let us evaluate this integration. We get these values. So by some mathematical calculations we get 2 upon 1 upon 2n plus 1 by 2, and apply the limit as n tends to infinity 0 to 1 fn of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 upon 2n plus 1 by 2, which is equal to what? 1 by 2. Since 0 to 1 f of x dx is equal to what? 0, which is not equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is what? Limit n tends to infinity 0 to 1 fn of x dx. That is, limit n tends to infinity 0 to 1 fn of x dx is not equal to f of x is what? F of x limit n tends to infinity fn of x dx. So this limit and these integrations are not equal, hence the convergence is not uniform. As the convergence is, because 0 to 1 f of x dx, f of x is what? Limit n tends to infinity fn of x. So limit and integrations are not interchangeable, hence the convergence is not uniform. Thank you.